Hi, Josh here. I wanted to answer a question that people have, as well as show you an incredible use of a chatbot. And the question is, did you use a chatbot to create this course here? Welcome sections and all sorts of cool sections on how to use chatbots, written with links and sections. What do you think? The answer is yes. I did use ChatGPT to create this course. I'd say about 80% of it. Chat bots are not perfect. I don't know if they ever will be. They're certainly not today. So that means that you need to look at the content that it spits out. You need to update it manually. You need to update it using the chatbot. And it also helps if you have a basic understanding of what it is you are trying to teach in your course, which hopefully I do. So you may ask, can I do this for myself? And the answer is yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how to make this exact course using ChatGPT. So here is my conversation with ChatGPT to create this course. I tell it. No, first let me preface it by saying that if you use ChatGPT, you want to make sure that your GPT is set up with some custom instructions. So my custom instructions tell the bot what my name is and a little bit about me. And then it also tells me how I would like it to respond. And this works every time I open up ChatGPT. So if you do this, immediately you'll be way better and ahead of everyone else, okay? And I tell it that I want it to act like it's an online expert marketer, programmer, and salesperson. And that allows it to just kind of know how to talk like that type of person. And I want things to be short and concise, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not going to tell you how to do this for your chatbot, but just know that I pre-programmed my chatbot. So I'm not going to tell it, act like you are a marketer. It knows to do that. All right, back up. Cool. So now I tell the bot, I'm making a simple short course called AI Chatbot Basics. What do you know? And it's for entrepreneurs about what chatbots can do for them personally and professionally in the general day-to-day sense, helping with emails, images, social media posts, recipe ideas, vacation ideas, headlines, code, web pages, etc. This is a short course, maybe 4 sections or so. I need an outline for it, complete with cool, short headlines. So I hit return, and here's the first iteration of what it spit out for me. It was okay. So then I said to it, okay, now just the 4 headlines, because I didn't like what it was writing for the content under the headlines. So I said, okay, let's just do the headlines. Now just the 4 headlines, make them catchy in the style of Tony Robbins. You can tell a chatbot to talk and speak like a real person. That's another use of a chatbot, but I'm not getting into that. So it gives me back some interesting headlines. Unlock your potential. Boost your productivity. And I'm like, I didn't really like that. So then I said, if you had to make a short 3 to 4 section course called AI Chatbot Basic, whose audience is entrepreneurs who are interested in chatbots to start a business, selling chatbots to others, all while using chatbots to help them create the business itself. Remember, this is just a basic AI chatbot course, nothing too technical. That's literally me describing what I would tell an employee to do that was working for me. I just told the chatbot. So it spit this one out. Introduction to AI Chatbot Basics. Chatbots in action, scaling your chatbot empire. I was like, okay, cool. But, I knew that it wasn't right. So I said, again, just a course about chatbot basics, talking about what they are, why they're especially relevant, etc., etc. So after a few iterations of me chatting with it, boom, here comes the course that you see before you. Introduction to chatbots, practical applications, the future, getting started. Introduction, applications, getting started. I took out the future of chatbots. I didn't like it, didn't want it. So you're going to have to trim what the bot spits back to you, and if things are numbered and ordered, remember that you have to make sure that that's all correct. So I'm not going to show you how to do that, but be aware that this isn't as simple as copy and paste every time. You can catch your kids that way too if they're borrowing other people's work via a chatbot. Okay, so then I said, I like this. So I said, great, now let's go one by one through each section and subsection to write the content for each page. And then it says, certainly, let's start. So boom, it starts spitting out content. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. Here comes the second one. Then I say, I stopped it. You can do that when the chatbot starts going, because why waste my time? I said, stop. And then I said it again, do it again, right? But I wanted them longer. So I said, make concise, informative paragraphs. And I said, who the audience is again. You have to keep telling what a bot, you usually have to tell a bot over and over again what to do, especially if you're using ChatGPT 3.5, because it has a much smaller memory, let's say. That'll all disappear soon, so I'm not even worried about it. So then it goes back and it spits out something better. And as you can see, I keep saying more, again, do it again, and then I give it another title. Here's part 3, here's part 4, part 5. I'd be like, move on to the next section. Give me practical ideas and practical ways for them to make amazing images. So that's one of the sections in here, right? So look at this content here. Well, look at this content here. So it spit out good enough content for purposes of a course, at least to launch it, and I can go through and change it over time, but it's speed to market, which is most important to me for this course. And I want it to be decent, and this is decent, because I did look it over. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. This is the same chat conversation. Okay, now I want more examples. Then I want you to, on to the next session, creating 500 headlines. Here you go. Well, what do you know? It's kind of here, but if you notice, this version is missing links. So I said, no, it should be ideas and examples and links. So it's literally a conversation. No, you did it wrong. Do it again. You did it wrong. Do it again. So this thing is no super genius by any stretch of the imagination. You need to constantly be interacting with it and to get exactly what you want from it. And that's what I kept doing. But I got all of this content for this entire course in maybe 1 or 2 days. I have no idea how long this would have taken me if I just had to think of it randomly. And then once I had the course written, you can see it's pretty long here. But again, I didn't write any of this stuff. This is the chat engine just spitting all this out. And then I just added some videos up here that I do as a screen share over some examples on web pages. And that's how I made this course. So in answer to the question, is a practical application of a chatbot creating a course, this course in fact, the answer is a resounding yes. So give it a try for yourself if you want. Make your own course, start your own group. It's the most powerful way that you can, one of the most powerful ways that you can use a chatbot. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next section.